Good evening, Sandy Run families, staff members, and most importantly, our Sandy Run 8th grade students, the Upper Dublin graduating class of 2025. Each June brings a wave of emotions and changes, and this year is certainly no different. With the end of the school year, there's a combination of excitement for summer break, memories from the past year, and an anticipation of what is yet to come. Tonight will be a collection of all of these things, a look back at where we've been, an appreciation of lessons learned, and a transition to the next exciting phase of your journey here in Upper Dublin School District. I hope that you enjoy the evening, and congratulations on your upcoming promotion to Upper Dublin High School. Enjoy.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start by saying congratulations to all of our 8th graders for officially completing your middle school years and getting ready to transition to Upper Dublin High School. There's no doubt that your middle school experience has been unique, with 2 of the 3 years being disrupted by a pandemic. But I'm pretty confident that you'll look back years from now on your middle school years and have some pretty fond memories of Sandy Run Middle School, whether it was making new friends, learning something new, exploring interests, or just figuring out who you are as a person. You'll look back at these times fondly and really cherish your memories of Sandy Run. Now, as you move on to the high school, you have the opportunity not only to take required courses, but explore some electives. Explore some of your interests that may wind up being a career for you someday. The 4 years that lie ahead of you are important. Don't let them rush by, and don't let them pass by without trying new opportunities. Again, congratulations on officially completing your middle school career, and I wish you all the best at Upper Dublin High School.
Corey Abramson, Jaron Absey, Hannah Adams, Robert Adams, Parrish Albright, Nora Lee, Emily Amerstein, Layla Angstadt, Chloe Applestein, Claire Axelrod, Scott Berenbaum, Sabrina Bauer, Scarlett Bauer, Shane Baxter, Lydia Bell, Victoria Bell, Eric Berman, India Berman, Anna Biermas, Samantha Black, Nyla Blitz, Logan Bedreau, Aaliyah Boyd, Jack Brannigan, Olivia Broom, Lily Brownstein, Tylea Bryant, Christina Bucafori, Olivia Burdo,
Felicita Burke,
Claudia Cagnoli, Sienna Calhoun, Aidan Callahan, Dylan Campbell, Margaret Cantrell, Asher Kaplan, Noella Carlo, Elena Carwheel, Avery Casey, James Castronovo, Yunho Chang, Sarija Chaudhuri, Grace Chaffetz, Rebecca Chilton, Ashley Chong, Oliver Kripchik, Timothy Chung, Franco Chiccarone, Natalie Chakri, Angelina Cosia, Jem Coffey, Carly Cohen, Matthew Cohen, Lucas Costa, Maya Costa, Nika Costa, Danielle Courtenay, Liam Coyne, Kaylin Crane, Luke Cullen, Mario Cummings, Juliana Curcio, Andrew D'Ambrosio, Austin Dahl, Evan Dahl-Garno-Platt, Zachary Dahl, Cameron Darcy, Firas Darwich, Corey Davis, Stephen Davis, Cheyenne Davis Scott, Elise Daylin, James Dempsey, Hugh Devine, Ayla Diamond, Anna DiMartile, Natasha Dixon, Anna Dugan, Connor Dinan, Tobani Barvia, James Eckert, Kai Gucci, Kirsten Ellingson, Christopher Ellis, Eden Almakis, Jason Emery, Malia Emery, Ozan Ertekin, Kevin Etkin, Jake Evans, Harper Fazio, Olivia Felgus, Isabella Felix, Janelle Fields, Jasmine Fields, Isabel Fiore, Logan Fitzmaurice, Jessica Foley, Nicholas Formalt, Grace France, Seamus Frayne, Alexander Freelick, Evelyn Gallagher, Jane Gamberg, Trevor Gangwar,
Lena Gardner, Sophia Gerson,
Juliana Ghosh,
Rebecca Jiang, Azaria Gibbs, Noah Gibbs, John Gill, Oliver Gill, Wesley Gill, Caleb Ginsberg, Adrienne Go, Gregory Gonzalez, Stephen Gordon, John Gordinsky, Angelina Graham, James Gray, Matthew Gregg, Christopher Grivner, Max Grunfeld, Jason Guckovin, Mackenzie Guckovin, Emily Haberbush, Garrett Hagar, Quinn Hall, Brooke Hallen, George Hamlin, Luke Haney, Ava Ray Harris, Noah Harris, Sophia Harris, Emma Harrison, Mara Hayden, Quentin Haljanek, Claire Herman, Toby Herzog, Brady Hillman, Lauren Hoffman, Will Hoffman, Christian Holland, Genevieve Holland, Derek Hugh, Marin Huddy, Elena Ionity, Olivia Isaacs, Sebastian Isaacs, Max Gerard, Edward Joyce, Shanley Joyce, Bailey Kaplan, Abigail Keck, Austin Kim, Kelly Kim, Shira Klein, Jacob Notman, Connor Kohler, Stephen Kahns, Ethan Kukla, Ellison Coleman, Danielle Legowski, Megan Lamb, Gordon Lane, Grayson Laser, Miji Lee, Catalina Lesher, Matthew Lesniak, Julie Leshaft, Sophia Levin, Jordan Levine, Adric Lee, Selena Leong, Aiden Lipson, Kyle Lazell, Mariana Locati, Kieran Lodwick, Sierra Longs, Michael Luce, Isabella Loza, Kieran Mankoff, Annabelle Melidas, Tess Malizia, Anna Malloy, Sophia Manili, Livia Marcus, Finley Mark, Lauren Marshall, Dakota Mass, Francis Mastroni, Julia Matthews, William Matthews, Emily Mayfield, Ava McCabe, Grace McCarthy, Kevin McGinley, Riley McLaughlin, Ariana Medina, Nicholas Medvedev, Alana Meltzer, Donna Mires, Addison Michalek, Abigail Miller, Hunter Miller, Matthew Miller, Leah Molyneux, Scott Montgomery, David Morris, Sarai Moreau, Ryan Mulroy, Brendan Murphy,
Kendall Musgrove, Isabella Nardello, Marissa Nozelski, Linjara Noel, Madeline Noon, Nathan Nuve, Abigail O'Mara, Ryan O'Sullivan, Jenny O, Francisca Ola, Daniel Ottenbright, Dominic Paone,
Isabella Park,
Kevin Pesseretti, Sloan Penner, Ella Pinkos, Alana Portnoy, Cheyenne Ryo, Gavin Rossi, Alyssa Rath, Ajay Ray, Brooke Reardon, Sydney Reed, Abhishek Rege, Madden Riley, Gavin Rakiki, Sean Rickard, Nathan Rigberg, Idris Rhines, Samuel Roccagrandi, Philip Roll, Cole Rosenthal, Rachel Rosenthal, Tyler Rothbard, Michael Ropskopf, Dean Rocco, Abigail Ruppel, Hayden Ryan, Evan Sanders, Matthew Santoro, Raiden Sawyer, Alina Scarpello, Kyle Schaller, Peyton Schofel, Thomas Schmidt, Julia Schwartz, Aaron Seabrook, Jenna Seidman, Bowden Semko, Netta Shador, Michael Sheik, Amit Shuster, Gregory Siegel, Jordan Siegel, Lauren Silverman, Darius Simmons, Ryan Simons, Sophia Siriani, Thomas Siriani, Connor Smith, Avery Solomon, Sean Spencer, Miley Spillane, Nolani Stallings, Xavier Stern, Evelyn Stefankiewicz, Lucy Sternthal, Annika Stevenson, Mark Stokes, Noah Sussin, Ray Tuckif, Elizabeth Tamburino, Reese Taylor, Mikhail Tyndall, Noel Torres, Samuel Trauger, Aiden Zabari, Jordan Unikel, Dominic Vai, Tyler Vanderhook, Jacob Vernon, Gabriella Vitali, Andrew Wombold, Cole Ward, Brianna Warwell, Gabriella Watlington, Ryan Watt, Sarah Weisberg, Rena Weisbach, Riley White, Benjamin Wilkins, John Williams, Liam Wilson, Allie Weingrad, Ashley Wysocki, Jason Shi, Isabella Shii, Jackson Shu, Lance Yang, Zachary Yolikin, Christopher Yu, Maisie Ewan, Caitlin Zachariah, Ava Zamborski,
Gray Zimlick.
Evan Zislis.
Hello, and thank you so much to the students, class of 2025. This is our night. Mr. Ortiz, Dr. Yanni, staff, teachers, school board members, and the rest of the Sandy Run Middle School administration. Everything you do is appreciated. My name is Natasha Dixon, and I'm honored to share my spoken word at this event. Our presence in the present, all of our essence and efforts combine to form the futures of our lives. We've survived through this pandemic that we hoped for, a few days or weeks off of school, back in that fateful March, unknowingly marching into the arms of a looming threat. And now we hope it to be ended, with all the masks and the shots and the feeling suspended in time. It's no surprise that with education comes determination, virtual or not. In schooling through a screen, we've learned what it truly means to connect by all means and make the best out of what seems impossible. We've had so many moments that were laughable, like giving an applause while we were muted all along or unmuting into an awkward pause, like Chromebooks glitching no matter how hard or fast you start clicking, all to try pitching ideas that seemed good in your head but turn out when said. Do you remember when we made presentations like Miss Snyder's Greek mythology? You might remember the costumes and white sheets, then presented our patience, our hard work, and we made it elated, though we were nervous at the start. I see the smart in you all because when we fall, we get back up and stand tall. While the ups and downs try to keep us down, our dreams, they rebound. We shoot again, 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 and look back on all we found. When we cross the divide between you and I, like Maple Glen, Jarretttown, Fort Washington, and Fitzwater, coming together, we weather together. Whether or not we're together, as elements of a whole, we are tethered to the growth of the soul. When we were younger, we finger-painted hands that looked like turkeys, and though those birds may be covered by other sacks of paper or discovered in the trash, thanks, Mom and Dad. We've recovered like a phoenix from the ash, and in a flash, we are now going into high school. There is power in the many, and from each and every penny, we all start somewhere, so be aware that the students and the staff and the teachers pave a path from the past into the now. Up from the ground of the elementary school blacktops, from the gaga ball hitting our legs and knocking us out of the game, from the scraped knees and wood chips, now jumping from the swings, we fly. We will flap our wings and flip the page into Upper Dublin High School, where every character will form their character through their successes and failures. The us in the U.S. is what keeps us united, unblinded and unblinking, always thinking and changing and growing and making. Memories and future mysteries, we don't stare at them like the stars or the science cells in the planetarium, but we build from what we came from into what we will become. Yes, we will change as we continue to exchange ideas and passions and things, amassing innovation. And though it may seem like we are fleeing from the past, we are just on track, our backpacks filled with supplies for the journey and path. Even this poetry I learned from Miss Miller's English and heard from the crossover as we crossed over into high school. From Miss Wasser's math class and Mr. Height's science to Meller teaching history's past, we never clash but mold. From the untold to the untitled, we are all entitled to the vital survival of the opposite of docile, but also delightful high school trials. And all that to say, high school should be fun, and congratulations because you have just won a ticket. Now let's raise an invisible glass, like the virtual hands we raise in class, to us as we step into our future, and to Elise DeLynn, our next amazing performer.
Thank you, Natasha, for your speech. Congratulations, class of 2025. We have finished middle school. And just like a phoenix's life restarts after its fiery end, we have restarted. To start at the beginning, you must first stop at the end. To read a new chapter, you must close the last. To enter a new world, leave the past. To start high school, we must leave our middle years of education behind. We are on the threshold of a new world, and the door of our middle school years are closing behind us. We find ourselves in yet another moment of change, when we have experienced nothing other than change this past year. Experiencing a moment of transition, like when we started 6th grade, terrifying. I remember walking to the bus stop, terrified that something was going to go wrong. A horrible feeling in my gut. I got on the bus, driving me to my future. My mom said I looked so scared, like a tiny little caterpillar under the evil eye of a predator. And if middle school is a caterpillar and high school is a butterfly, we are in the cocoon, preparing for high school, preparing for metamorphosis, preparing for yet another change. And change is terrifying, but it doesn't have to be. Look at us. We have endured the change from elementary school to middle school. The small, scared little kids we were grew up and are taking this change in stride. We have weathered the storm that is going to a new school, going to new classes, getting new teachers, changing to and from virtual learning, getting a multitude of new bell schedules, and traveling along in this expedition called change. Through the journey, the expedition, our teachers have been our faithful trail guides, our loyal leaders. Mr. Leslie, Mr. Smith, Miss Toffel, Miss Callahan, Miss George, Mr. Rogers, Miss Wynkonaut, Mr. Wasser, Mr. Mancini, Miss Bennett, and Miss Lauderstead. They have kept us from going astray and deserve my thanks. Thank you to all the teachers and staff for enlightening our minds and leading us. Thank you for keeping me safe on the path through the journey through algebraic formulas, historic wars, the English language, and the scientific world. And as the school year comes to a crescendo before the final unwavering note, regardless of whether we are in person or virtual, we unite hand in hand. And just like we have conquered middle school, like the ancient war heroes we have learned about in history class, we will also conquer high school. This is our fiery restart. We are taking the step through the threshold into a new world. The storm has ended to show a beautiful sunrise, and we have journeyed to the peak of the mountain. This is the final note in this symphony. We are not in the cocoon anymore. We are butterflies. Congratulations, class 2025. Good luck next year. Thank you, and now a few words from our next performer.
I am Bob Schultz, principal of Upper Dublin High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to Upper Dublin High School for the next 4 years. To all of the families, the staff members, and the students who are enjoying this program, please know that we are thrilled to have the class of 2025 join us in the high school starting in September. In September, on the first day of school, you will enter our gymnasium and you will walk through to an initial welcoming meeting in a gauntlet of staff members who are cheering for you because they are excited to have you join us here in the high school. At that time, we will greet you and you will start your 4-year journey with us in the Cardinal's Nest. You will join us in excellence in academics, activities, and athletics. You will have a culture of respect and responsibility and relationship, and you will demonstrate Cardinal pride. We are very excited to have you be part of all of that as the Upper Dublin High School class of 2025. On behalf of Upper Dublin High School, it is my honor and pleasure to recognize and accept the Sandy Run Middle School class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you. We wish you all the best, and thank you all for attending.
This year's 8th grade class has certainly seen a wave of emotions and changes unlike any other grade. The way school looked when you entered middle school is very different than the way it looks now as you're about to be promoted to the high school. The physical school is drastically different, with the demolition of the 6th grade annex and the introduction of the modular classrooms. But the way schools operate and feel is different as well. Throughout your 3 years, conditions forced everyone to learn differently, but it's also brought a number of improvements that will last for generations. And you helped usher in those changes and improvements. You helped your teachers and peers to learn technology in ways we never knew we needed before. You learned to collaborate with others and communicate in new and meaningful ways. You gained a level of independence that was never needed before, and many of you learned to focus on the things that were truly important and necessary and let go of things that were out of your control. It's these lessons and qualities that will stay with you throughout high school and far into your future. And it's these strengths that give me so much confidence that you'll be successful no matter what curveballs life may throw at you. None of us could have foreseen your 7th and 8th grade years going the way that they did. However, your resilience, flexibility, and positive approach has prepared you to excel as you enter into Upper Dublin High School. As the 8th grade class gets ready to enter UDHS, I'm sure that there are a lot of questions and excitement. My suggestion is to simply strive to do your best with everything that you do. Measure your success against what you're capable of and passionate about, and not worry about what the person next to you is doing. Instead, challenge yourself and put forth your best effort, and good things are sure to follow. Having been a student at Sandy Run Middle School and Upper Dublin High School myself, I have great pride in our school community, and I've personally seen the great things that can come from an Upper Dublin education. And I'm truly proud to say that each of the students of the class of 2025 is going to continue that tradition with class and excellence. Even in the short year that we've worked together, I've seen so much promise and talent in the class of 2025, and I cannot wait to see all of the great things that you're sure to achieve. To Mr. Schultz, Dr. Yanni, the Upper Dublin School Board, and administration, I can say without hesitation that this is a special group of 8th graders who are uniquely prepared to be promoted to Upper Dublin High School, and they will achieve great success. To the Sandy Run staff members who've worked closely with our students for the past 3 years, thank you for your tireless efforts in guiding them and bringing out the best of each student in the classroom. To the families joining us tonight, thank you. Thank you for sharing your children with us for the past 3 years. We've taken so much pride and joy in watching them grow, and your support for both the students and the school is so instrumental in their success. And finally, to the class of 2025, I cannot overstate how proud I am of the work that you've done over the past 3 years and all that you've accomplished in light of some unprecedented circumstances. You've carried yourself with class, allowed your passions to shine through, and after entering Sandy Run from 4 different elementary schools, you've created a sense of unity that will be important as you transition to Upper Dublin High School. Congratulations on your promotion to Upper Dublin High School, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you all very much for joining us tonight, and have a good evening. Take care.